What is up, everybody? I am Charles Rome, and this is the By Friend podcast. It's Friday. It's time to get by. So, last week's episode was episode 1, I'm Me, which is, just a little info about me and how I got into this and how I decided, hey, it's time to make something like this happen. And I'm doing that. And that's why we're here at episode 2. And this episode is called The Fear of Coming Out. What is up? What is up? All right. So, like I said, the fear of coming out. It's real. It's what I deal with constantly. And the thing for me is, I came out later in life, late 30s. And it's been a challenge. It's different. A lot of things have changed. And those will definitely be for other episodes where I'll go, deeper into different topics and subtopics. But for right now, when I said, hey, I'm going to start talking to my friends and family about me being a bisexual black male. And it not was different. It is different. It's a process that I have to go over again and again. But the initial time of saying, hey, this is me, only happened a few years ago. And they talk about wearing a mask. They've always talked about this, metaphorically. Everybody wears different masks when they're around different people. They put on different, a different show for a different person. And that's essentially what I would do. When I was younger, I wouldn't really talk about being attracted to males and females with my friends. I would just go on and whatever I liked, I would talk to. And younger, that was females. And then it all changed. And something said, hey, Charles, listen, you need to be yourself. And that's what I'm slowly doing. So thank you for joining me and being a part of this adventure. Because life is all about adventures, trials, errors, and becoming a better person in the end. And again, for a long time, I would wear the mask of just being a heterosexual male. And that wasn't true. It was never true. Last episode, I talked about how, I have known all along that I was different. That somewhere and somehow I liked male and female. And it wasn't like I grew up in a household with like 7 gay uncles and 6 gay aunts. No, not at all. It was a household, male, female, grandfather, grandmother, a sister, mother, father, uncles, aunts. So it wasn't like something was pushed onto me. This is just my life. This is how life is presenting itself to me. And sometimes it can be a struggle. But I know things are going to get better. And the way that I know that is because I can already tell a difference from the first episode until this episode, the second episode, till now. I can already tell that I am not as scared. That first episode was terrifying. This is something I've wanted to do, but I've never built the courage to do it. And now I am fighting my fears. And I am taking my masks off. And I want to live my life. And if you want to be a part of it, cool. But if you don't, then go on, get out of here. That's how I am about that. Something they always talk about is, you question different things, your sexuality. To be honest, for the most part, I never really questioned it. I just went with it. It's what felt right for me. And I wasn't hurting myself or anybody else. So I said, hey, Charlie Bear, go live your life. And that's what I did. That's what I'm doing. But I can't, maybe once in a while I would question, why is it like this? But for the most part, since I've known myself my whole life, right? Crazy. I know that I did minimal questioning. It is what it is. I can't change it. What are you going to do? Take me out into the woods for some kind of conversion therapy? Beat me with sticks or dildos or fucking sex toys? I don't know. But anything could happen. Someone trying to help you out. But I never questioned anything. I always just went along with life and let life be life. And sometimes it's a struggle to explain to someone, hey, I like females and males. Not the same, a little different, sometimes the same. You get it? Yeah, that's how it is. Confusing. But it's my life to be confused and twisted up and all that. So leave me be. Be happy that I'm doing something positive and not trying to, beat up people on the streets or, hurt myself somehow. So be happy. But when you, have to explain to someone what's going on, it's, I don't know. It's not. It's hard to explain to someone else. Like someone in the community may understand what I'm saying. It's trying to explain it to my heterosexual friends. They say, "Oh, so you're gay?" And I'm like, "No, I'll do some gay shit, but I'm not gay. I still love women." Trust me, I love me some women. So that's not the problem. The problem, honestly, is that people will be, oh, so you're gay. No. It's more complicated than that. It's like trying to understand outer space. We've been there. We've touched the spaces in outer space. But we still don't know shit. And that's how this is. It's a learning process. And I've talked to friends and family about this. I've even went so far as to make a list of people that I've talked to so far in my life. And so far, to date, I just checked the list, I have spoken to 24 of my close friends that I want to, really be there for me. I can have someone to talk to. And hey, they're in on a little secret. And then I have 3 more friends and family members that I have yet to talk to. I don't see them often enough. I'm not just going to call them and be like, hey, just want to let you know that I'm bisexual. Have a good day. Click. And they're like, what is going on? I'm not trying to blindside anybody. I'm just trying to live my life. And the people that I've talked to so far, I thank you. I thank you so very much for being amazing. Amazing to me, and watching me do something that is positive, that can potentially bring positivity to someone else. Thank you for letting me do this. Next week's episode is called Friendships, and I think I'm going to go a little further into the list of people that I've talked to, because I want to talk about reactions. People's reactions have been amazing. So far, I haven't had a negative reaction. I've had questions, and I love it. I appreciate all the questions. If you have a question, I'm going to figure out how we can probably Instagram. I'm going to start putting up questions, and you can respond to them or even ask your own question. And at the end of episodes, I want to answer those questions. They can be anonymous. You can put up a name. You can call yourself Billy Bob. I don't care. But I want to know what questions people have. I want to answer questions. This is a process for everybody. So let's do this. And with this fear of coming out, I've noticed that I want to be visible. I want to have little bi flags here and there. I want people to look at that and be like, what is that? What does that mean? I want them to build up the courage to ask me what that is right there. Or you go and super sleuth that shit yourself. I want people to do that. The bi flag is 3 colors: magenta, purple, and royal blue. And I'm looking at it. It shows you the color palette for it. So if you wanted to do anything in these colors, you can go send that shit out to Home Depot or whatever. Get you some paints. But originally, it was a triangle, and they were calling it the biangle. I like that. See, you learn something new every day. The biangle symbol was created in 1987 by artist Liz Nania. It says the design began with a pink triangle, a Nazi concentration camp badge that later became a symbol of gay liberation. Then the addition of the blue triangle, contrasting the pink, representing heterosexuality. So on this, the pink represents homosexuality, the blue represents heterosexuality, and the purple is the mixture of both, and that represents the queerness of bisexuality. So you got those colors overlapping, and it's a little bit of this, little bit of that. And then they moved to a flag, and they took those same colors: magenta, purple, blue. And then you got the bisexual flag. So you can get it in 2 styles. You can get it in a triangle, or you can get it in a rectangle as a flag. Both can be a flag. See? A little different, yet the same. We're all in this together. We're all struggling the same. Remember that. It's a real struggle out here. So be safe. But I will say, coming out and talking to friends has been very healing. It really calms your mind and your nerves and your soul and your body when you can confide in a friend and say, hey, listen, I want to talk to you about something. And at the end of it, I still want you to be my friend. I haven't changed. I'm the same person. And, whatever changes I'm making have nothing to do with you. I just need your support. I need you to be there for me. And again, the people that I've talked to on my list have been amazing support. Amazing. And I thank them so very much. You know that feeling when you complete a task? Well, these are micro tasks that I'm doing fairly regularly where I'm talking to someone, but I have to pause and take a second. Like, if I talk to this person, are they just not going to talk to me ever again? Are they still going to be cool? This, that, and the other. But eventually, I do talk to them, and it's nothing but positivity. So when that happens, I can breathe a sigh of relief and go on about my day, knowing that I have an amazing support system behind me. And now, since all this, I really do wish I had more friends in the community that I could talk to and hang out with. I get it. Not all my friends are going to be as understanding as the ones that have been now. But I want some friends who understand a little bit of what's, going on. To be honest, since I've been doing this, one thing I want to do, like I just said, I want to find a community. I want to find people to talk to, just be random with. It doesn't have to be something sexual. It's not always that. It's nice to have someone to say, "Hey, you understand what I'm going through. Let's talk. Let's just, chit chat. Nothing crazy. But it's nice to have someone there." And I'm going to really start looking for communities to become a part of. Because I've never really thought about going out and actively looking for communities to be a part of. I just, try to do this myself. And I understand that's not how life works. You need people in your corner to succeed. You cannot do it all by yourself. I don't give a shit what you think, what you know. You got to have some type of backing. You got to have some kind of support net, safety net, however you want to say it. You need it. And that's what I'm slowly building. And I love it. I love it. And now that I'm thinking about how life is now and how weird and wild and crazy things have been so far, I am glad that I decided to really come out later in life. Because I can be a nasty man, okay? Nasty. And I know I would have been wild if I was younger and decided to, come out. Wow. I knew I wrote that down here, and now I'm like jumping in my head, all these scenarios, and I'm like, yeah, man, you would have been a wild, nasty somebody. But I'm not. I can be, but I try not to be because people are too wild right now. But I guarantee if this happened younger, uh, yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I'm just glad I'm doing it at a time where I don't do something too impulsive and rash. And I'm happy that so far I can, again, tell that this is going to be a great time and that I am just going to keep plugging away, kicking ass and taking names, writing these episodes, executing these episodes, and getting them out there into the universe for positivity and love. Because that's what it's about, baby. Positivity and love. I'm glad that I made it through this episode. I think I'm going to cut out of here shortly. But before I do, thank you for joining me. This is a little scary. This is a little nerve-wracking. But with each episode, more and more positivity, growth, and strength prevail. And I am so happy that I'm doing this. I'm happy that I sat down, I created a plan, and now Charles is executing it like a boss. But don't forget, whatever you think you know, you don't know. People think they know stuff. People don't know shit. We're all just barely getting by. Even if you're like, oh, they got millions of dollars. Doesn't matter. They got their own set of struggles. So be kind to people. You don't know anybody's situation. Everybody's got something going on. That's why I leave people alone. But if someone stumbles upon this and it gives them strength and happiness, then I am doing what I want to do. A little 2-for-1. Getting my story out there and helping someone. But the fear of coming out is real. It is a real thing. And sometimes, friends, listen, you just need to listen to your friends. Don't ask any questions. Just listen to your friends, especially if they want to pull you off to the side and talk to you about something. Be a good friend. That's what it's about. But I'm going to get out of here. This was another amazing episode, and I'm so happy to be moving and grooving and doing this. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok at the Bye Friend Podcast. Episodes will be out every Friday for the next 20 weeks. This podcast is 22 episodes. That's 5 months of podcasting. So I'll see you next week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for being my friend. And don't forget, we're all just trying to get by.